Guys, so today we have a college Q&A video. We've been getting some questions on how we got into college and stuff like that, into the colleges that we are currently attending. We just made up some questions that we thought would be helpful for us to answer. Let's get started. First one is, what extracurricular activities did you do in high school?
I only did one. I was in ASB for like 3.5 years.
Did you see that bug?
That is not okay.
Well, I did quite a few. I was in ASB for 4 years, CSF, National Honor Society. I also ran track. I did cross country all 4 years. Chem club, knowledgeable. I feel like there were random clubs here and there, but then they kind of died down as the years went on, but I was pretty damn busy throughout high school. What AP classes did you take?
European history.
Yes.
Junior year.
English 3 AP. Oh, chemistry AP. We did have the option to do United States history AP, but we didn't want to do that, you know? Senior year, we had bio AP.
English 4.
AP. Government AP.
Stats AP.
And we loved our AP teachers. What was your GPA?
I don't know, mine was pretty low. Maybe it was a 3.3?
4.0, like on the 4.0 scale. UC scale was like,
yeah.
It was like a 4.5 or 4.6. What colleges did you apply to and which ones did you get into?
I only applied to 4 colleges: San Francisco State, San Diego State, Cal State, LA, and Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. The only one I didn't get into was San Diego State.
I applied to 6 schools, I believe. Cal Poly SLO, UCLA, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UC Irvine, UCSD, UC San Diego, and I got into all of them but UCLA. What major did you apply as?
Food science, even though I thought I was applying as a business major.
For all of them but Berkeley, I applied as a civil engineering or environmental engineering major. Did you apply for any scholarships? If so, did you win any?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I didn't really either. I didn't really try, even though I should have. What did you look for in colleges while applying? A variety of majors. I think location is really important for most people too. Ranking, I guess. Yeah. Even though that sounds bad, like a lot of people do just go to schools if they're good. What were your top choices for colleges while applying?
Cal Poly. It was just like the better school, I guess.
For me, for the longest time, I really wanted to go to NYU. But I didn't even end up applying to NYU. My top 3 were UCLA, Berkeley, and Cal Poly SLO. But when I didn't get into UCLA, I was pretty bummed out. That was like a really hard time for me. But Berkeley, I know, is the perfect choice for me. How was the overall application process? Do you have any tips?
I thought it was easier than people said. I didn't apply to any UC, so I didn't have to write the essays. All I really had to do was fill out.
The Cal State application was pretty easy.
Yeah, and you could like
save
the application and use it again for another school.
I think it was kind of hard to do Cal States and UCs during that time of the year. You're just starting out senior year, and with all these AP classes, it was pretty tough to balance that out. And I know a lot of people waited until the last minute to apply. I think I waited till the last week, but our English 3 AP teacher actually made us write our UC prompts junior year, so I already had those written. I just needed them to be revised. How did you react when you got into the college you were currently attending?
I was surprised.
I remember that day. We were practicing for knowledgeable.
Oh my gosh, I do.
We were with Issa.
I was just checking my email
and
then
on Mrs. Strata's computer.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, what's this? And I clicked on it and I saw the video and I was like,
that was so cute. I know. For Berkeley, I remember this like so clearly because this was the last school I was finding out like whether or not I got accepted. And I just remember I was so anxious the whole day because it was a week after I found out I didn't get into UCLA. We were at a track meet for my brother and sister, and I remember all my other friends getting their emails already. And I was freaking out. Mine hadn't appeared yet. I walked away from everybody and I checked, and I remember seeing that it just said congratulations, and that's all I read. And I just like burst into tears. Devin also goes to Berkeley, so that was like our last chance of going to the same school, even though I didn't want to base my decision off like our relationship. When we found out, we both I jumped into his arms and we were crying, and Caitlin, my sister, was crying, and it was just a really cute experience. Definitely one of the best moments of my life. Was the transition from high school to college difficult for you?
The whole timing yourself, like making sure you do this.
The freedom is a little hard to adjust to.
You have so much time to either be really lazy lazy or to just work your ass off.
She's about like 3 hours away, or 2 to 3 hours, yeah. And then I'm about like 6 to 7 hours, so it's kind of hard not being able to see your family when you're so close.
I went home a lot, kind of.
I couldn't really. Train tickets are expensive, and we didn't have a car up there. As for like the workload, it was finals and midterms were pretty hard. Homework wise, like you don't really have that much homework at all.
Yeah, no.
What do you miss the most about high school?
I honestly don't miss anything except for being with my friends all the time.
Yeah, and some of the teachers were amazing in high school.
Yeah.
What do you love the most about college?
I think the freedom.
Yeah. I don't know, I kind of like having like a schedule and like having to run errands. I feel like an adult.
Yeah, like, oh, I have a class now, but then I have to go to the library afterwards and work on this before my next class.
Yeah. And I also love, like, the people. Everybody is there for an education, and it's just so refreshing to be in that kind of environment. In high school, a lot of people didn't give a shit, so it's just cool to be able to have, like, an intellectual conversation with somebody. What is your major, and what are you planning to do with your major in the future?
I'm a food science major. I'm also thinking about minoring in nutrition. I think that'd be cool. I think I'm gonna be a food scientist one day. I think I might want to be more on the like product development side of that. Not really in the food processing parts, because I took a food processing class this past year and I wasn't a fan. I'm
currently an architecture major. I'm planning on switching into sustainable environmental design. I took a class last semester that focused on future ecologies and I absolutely loved it, so I really want to switch. I just want to save the environment. I want to implement different eco-friendly tools and designs onto buildings and stuff like that. I just think the whole concept's really cool, and it's definitely like a new up-and-coming major, so there are a lot of job opportunities because everybody's so concerned with the environment now. I'd love to do that, but Jazzy and I are also looking to do something in the beauty industry. How are co-ed dorms/restrooms?
I didn't have co-ed restrooms. I had co-ed dorms. Like, one side was for girls and there was a bathroom, and then one side was for boys and there was another bathroom.
I actually lived on an all-girls floor my freshman year, but I'm going to be living on a co-ed floor this year. I did hang out in Devin's room a lot and on his floor, and he lived on a co-ed floor and they had a co-ed restroom, and it is pretty awkward at first. I remember like brushing my teeth and then seeing like a guy walk out in a towel, and I just thought it was really creepy. But after you get used to everybody on the floor, you just become like a family, so it's not really that awkward anymore. Do you plan on going to grad school? If so, where? If not, what are your plans after college?
No, and I want to move to New York for a few years.
I'm not really sure I want to go to grad school. My college within Berkeley does offer like a 5-year master program, so I might do that, but I do want to move to New York with Jazzy, and we do want to go to a beauty school in New York, like FITM or something like that, so that's our plan for right now. How are the parties?
I didn't go to any parties, so I wouldn't know.
She just partied in her dorm.
Yes, I heard they were poppin', but my roommate said she loved them.
I saw like one of their parties on the news. Because like a roof collapse or something.
It did.
That was
there were too many people on it. I mean, what can you expect? Drunk people.
Yeah, a lot of crazy things. I did go to a couple frat parties this past year, and they are just like the movies, honestly. Neighbors.
That one was crazy.
That one, yeah, they're pretty darn similar. Really hot, sweaty, crowded. Not really into the party scene that much. How are the dining hall/food options?
I didn't like it at all. Well, not at all, but I would definitely think that for Cal Poly being such an agricultural school, we would have a little better food there. They did have good pizza, so it's fine with me. My dining halls are alright. The first like month of school, it's bomb because they want to impress you, but then it kind of like becomes the same thing every day. But the food options around my campus, because we live in a really cute like college town, bomb. Oh my gosh.
There's amazing Thai restaurants and Indian food and pizza. Just everything's so good and so inexpensive. Everywhere. Yeah, boba seriously on every corner. It was very tempting. I spent a lot of money on food this past year, but it was just so good. Where did that come from? Any advice for incoming freshmen? I think you should definitely stay on track. Don't get too distracted. I know a lot of people who tried to do too much their freshman year and just ended up like dropping out because of the stress. I think you should be nice to your roommates. Yeah. Because
If you're not, you're gonna have to move out and you're gonna end up with someone who brings boys home all the time. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, definitely be nice to your roommates because they will come in handy when you need them. Meet new people because it is, like, the transition from high school to college is pretty hard because you lose all the friends you had in high school for 4 years. It's important to, like, make sure you have people you can
talk to.
Yeah.
I found a few really good friends. Someone you can really vent to or something.
And trust, because it's hard because you don't have your family up there either, so you need some people to rely on. Try to avoid the freshman 15, eat healthily as possible, and then try to work out.
Yeah, and then also just like sometimes when I was really stressed, I would work out and that would help so much.
And just take care of yourself because a lot of the times, like, I wouldn't take care of myself. I would forget to, like, eat dinner or something and then I would get sick, and so just make sure you're getting enough sleep, showering.
So that is it for our college Q&A video. Now we know you guys seem to like these videos a lot, so if you have any more questions, of course feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If you aren't subscribed to us already, definitely do, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at JKBeauty08, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.